Now, let me go off on this tangent. Please oblige me, John. And anybody who's listening, John, doesn't have to stand by what I say. But this is what has been on my mind the entire time. We have to start, as not just Democrats, but as citizens of this country, we have to start calling the Republicans what they are, and that's the party of violence. I went on Twitter and I was basically retweeting all the BS thoughts and prayers from Republican officials and saying, believe it or not, Republicans prefer kids being shot because it helps them politically. Because once this dies down, they're going to go and they're going to say the Democrats are coming for your guns. The Democrats are coming for your guns. The Democrats are coming for your guns. And people are going to vote on that issue. And if they're going to do that to us, then we have to start saying what is the truth here. And that's Republicans believe that kids being executed in a school is good for them. Republicans are the party of violence. They believe that governing means violence. They believe that everything that they disagree with should be met with violence. You don't believe in that kid being transgender, kick him out the bathroom. We're going to write a law that kicks him out the bathroom, which is violent. You don't like that black man who's bird watching in the park, call the police, which is an act of violence, right? If you don't like your Mexican neighbors who stay up late and drink and have a party and the music's too loud, call the police on them. All those are violent acts. If you don't like that the orange man lost the election fair and square, invade the Capitol, threaten to hang the vice president of the United States. The Republicans' answers to all of these issues are always violence. You could talk stuff about Biden and Build Back Better and not getting everything we want. Republicans have no platform. All their solutions to all you don't like that you don't like that your Catholic faith makes you against abortion. We're going to ban abortion and make women have unsafe abortions in back alleys, right? All of their policies, all their platform is based on violence. And we as a country know that. I think the majority of the country knows that. We have to start calling it out. And I'm glad that Biden's doing the MAGA Republican, ultra MAGA Republican, whatever that. From what I understand, they had polling that said that was effective. That's fine, but we have to start calling this out. Ted Cruz laughing on stage as Beto is arguing with Abbott. That's violence, John. That's him laughing at kids being dead is violent to me. And Abbott saying, well, I'm still going to show up to the NRA event. Abbott, who 2 hours later after the event goes to a fundraising event, should cost him his job. All that stuff is disqualifying to me. So I know you don't have to stand by it. Certainly, I know logically that all Republicans don't believe in violence. But the fact is, the party does. And anybody who's still a Republican at this point does. And that's where I kind of stand on everything.
Well, I'm gonna actually come close to backing your play a little bit here. I do sort of feel that, look, we are constantly told for years that, and this is long before Trump. I'm going back to the Bush years. Um, I used to, on a regular, call the Republicans racist. Everything that's happened since 2001, everything that definitely happens in 2015, 2016, and beyond has basically made me look like a prophet, right? Because the party is about white supremacy. When you actually have people who can watch kids get slaughtered and get slaughtered in a school, can watch black folks get slaughtered for shopping and then do nothing on the issue of guns, how should we view those people? Someone went ahead and recently confronted Ted Cruz in a restaurant, got in his face, and didn't give him any peace. And I'm not sure if I can really have a problem with that. We're not talking about something where you and I might feel one way about tax policy and a Republican feels another way about tax policy. We're talking about, in some cases, life or death. We're talking about things that really, and we're not even talking about affecting someone's ability to make a living. We're talking about life or death, right? So I actually don't necessarily, you know, have a problem with going hard on them, and I do think that we have to stop being shamed because, again, if we were the party, if you look at the way the Republican Party moves, if we were the party that was contributing to people getting killed by our policies, there's no way that they would be hands off or being worried about our feelings. They would go for the kill, right? But then the second thing that I thought of, and I've heard it a lot, just think about what really, especially starting maybe in last fall all the way through this year, Republicans, I would say primarily Republicans, white conservative parents were red in the face at school board meetings because of lockdowns, because of mask requirements, and because of they believed that their kids were being taught critical race theory. And look how angry they were. Not one damn book, not one damn lesson in critical race theory, which is not taught in schools, not one damn lockdown caused what happened in Texas. Though the reality is that they are for banning books. Republicans are for banning books, but they're not for banning guns. They are fine with a gun being in your child's school, a gun that could potentially kill them, but they're not fine with a book that could potentially enlighten them. It's that simple.